Coin collectors out there, and welcome to the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. And today we have the 1984 50p coin from the United Kingdom or Great Britain. And this is a coin that did not get into general circulation, so in that sense it's somewhat rare. It's interesting how the United Kingdom has approached the 50p coins, and they first came out in 1969. And they came out in 1969 as the new pence, or 50 new pence, as a kind of precursor for the decimalization of the British pound. So in 1969 they came out. The pound went to decimalization, or 100 to the pound, 100 pence to the pound, in 1971. So in 1969, when they first came out with a 50p coin, it didn't look like this. It didn't say 50 pence on it. It said 50 new pence. And here's one of the older new pence coins here, and you can see that it has the same engraving on it, and you can also tell the difference between the two of these. And this, of course, in my hand is a circulating coin. And this one down here in 1984, they didn't put out any circulating versions, and they've done that off and on with the 50 pence coin. So when the 50 new pence coin came out, they made essentially 185 million of them in 1969. They made them in 1970, and then they didn't make them in 71, 72, 74, 76, 73. So those years, the only way to get those years is to get a proof version. From 1976 until 1983, however, they made them every year. And that's what makes this 1984 a little different and a little more rare. In 1984, they did not make this coin for general circulation. They only made it in proof and brilliant uncirculated versions. The proof versions are worth $4 to $6 each, and this one is probably worth $4 to $5 in the brilliant uncirculated version, which you can only get in a brilliant uncirculated set. You can't buy this by itself. Now, this coin in this configuration was only made for 3 years. 1982, 1983, and 1984 this coin was made. And why is that? Well, here's the reason why it was only made for 3 years. The first was that in 1983 they went from new pence to 50 pence. So you see the difference there. Up here it says 50 pence. Down here it says new pence. So in 1983 this coin first came out, and they made it in 1983, 1984, 1985. That's one of the differences. So before 1983 it said new pence. The other difference is the portrait. This is a 1980 here, and in 1980 and actually through 1984 they use this portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, the so-called second portrait, or Arnold Machen portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. Unfortunately for the 50p coin in this configuration, in 1984 was the last year that they used that portrait. So in 1985 the 50p coin went to a new portrait, and that is of course this portrait here. This is an 89 version, but you can see that essentially what they've done is they've changed the crown on the Queen. So on the left one here she has the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, and on the right she has the George IV, I'm sorry, state diadem. So they changed the portrait in 1985. So from 1982, 1983, 1984 they had this portrait on the coin, but it didn't say new pence, it said 50 pence. In 1985 they changed over to this portrait of the Queen, and this is one that you can, if we look way down in here, you can tell who this is. It's the RDM one, Raphael David McCloof, and you can see the RDM right there above the tip of my pen. Let's see if we can get it a little bit better than that. There it is, right in there, RDM. So this is a Raphael David McCloof third portrait, which came out in 1985. So this coin only came out in 82, 83, and 84. This version only came out in proof and brilliant uncirculated sets, and that's what makes it somewhat rare. How many did they make exactly? Well, in the brilliant uncirculated sets, for this coin, they, well, first off, it's a copper nickel coin, as you can tell, and it weighs 13.5 grams. In the brilliant uncirculated sets, they made 158,000, and in the proof sets, they made 106,000. So if you're looking for a proof set, try to get the 1984 proof set. If you're looking for a brilliant uncirculated set, this is a great one to get, because the only way you can get a 1984 50p coin is to buy one essentially that the mint made special and that was never put into general circulation. All right, that's all we have today from DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Hope you enjoy these videos, and if you do, please leave a comment in the comment section, and also feel free to subscribe to our channel.